Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a face full of drugstore makeup that is super underrated, kind of hidden gems at the drugstore. I just love all of these products and I don't feel like I hear them talked about nearly enough. So I decided I would just put them all together and make this video for you guys. All right, so for foundation, I'm going to be using this L'Oreal Age Perfect Radiant Serum Foundation. I talked about this a long time ago when I did my whole video all about the Age Perfect line, and the only thing that I didn't like about it when I was using it then is I felt like it got kind of shiny on me by the end of the day. And lately, with my pregnancy and drier skin, more combination than just straight oily like it was pre-pregnancy, I have been really enjoying this. This has an SPF of 50, which is incredible. I mentioned this on my Instagram stories, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, I follow Dr. Dre on YouTube and on Instagram, and she's a board certified dermatologist that makes really informative videos. I saw a reel of hers where she was talking about how no matter how delicate you think you're being when you put your foundation or BB cream or whatever on your skin after you put on your SPF, you are disrupting the integrity of the SPF. So especially in the summer, she highly recommends to use a base product that also has an SPF. So you're kind of replacing any of that loss in protection with the makeup that you're using. And I love this for that purpose. This has an SPF of 50, and I feel like I'm adding protection to my skin rather than taking it away. So if you're looking for a step above, like a tinted moisturizer with more sheer coverage, and you want a foundation but you don't want to give up that SPF, this is a really good one for the summer. If you have normal combination to dry skin, I would say probably not for oily skin unless you're okay with a lot of radiance. All right, next up is a concealer that I have talked about before, but I literally don't see anyone talking about this, so I had to put it in this video. And again, I've been struggling with my under eyes being kind of dry, and I've definitely reached for this concealer a lot lately. It's the No7 Lift and Luminate concealer. You guys, this is so good. It feels like a serum. Both of these are called like Serum Concealer, Serum Foundation, different brands, but same idea. They're supposed to be kind of skincare and makeup in one, which I am all about. This is another super thin formula that's actually really hydrating for underneath the eyes. And what I love about it is that I have dark under eye circles, and this has vitamin C in it to help brighten those under eye circles. So on a day-to-day basis while I'm putting my makeup on, I might as well be trying to brighten that under eye area as well. It's not gonna give you, like L'Oreal Infallible or CoverGirl True Blend level coverage, but it gives you a nice kind of medium coverage, really good for an everyday basis. Next up is powder, and I love this powder for just blurring the pores, and especially when I'm using illuminating products, I want to use a powder that's going to give me a little bit of a mattifying effect and a little bit of a pore blurring effect. Like I mentioned when I used that new CoverGirl foundation, it almost has like a matte pore blurring effect within the foundation, so I don't want to over powder it or use a mattifying powder with that foundation specifically. But again, with these like radiant serum type products, I feel like this is the perfect combination. And it is the Essence My Skin Perfector. I have mine in the shade Light, and it's a little bit of a deeper shade to be called the shade Light. It's got some color to it, so it's not just a translucent powder. I'm gonna go in with a light amount and just put it in the cap to kind of move it around the brush, and so I'm not applying too much. And then just apply it where I need my skin to be mattified. Can you guys see the difference between this side and this side? I hope you guys can see just how much that blurred all of those pores right there compared to the other side of my face. It really does help your makeup last, but the thing I love most about it is the pore blurring effect. Had to mention that. I'm realizing how many products I have to get through, so I'm gonna pick up the pace. All right, next up is bronzer, and for that I'm going to be using this No7 bronzer in the shade Caramel. I have a video from I think 2016 or 2017 where I talk about my favorite bronzers from the drugstore, and this was on that list, and it still is. I feel like not enough people talk about this amazing bronzer. The packaging looks like it could be a part of the Charlotte Tilbury line. I think the No7 packaging is overall beautiful, but it's not just the outside of the packaging that makes this feel high-end. It just blends in like a dream, and this color, the shade Caramel, is like a little bit on the warmer side, which I personally really like for summer. It's almost got a little bit of red to it, so if that's the type of color that you like, definitely try this one out. It does come in other shades if you're not into that and you just want the formula, but this is just buildable, blendable, long lasting, and absolutely stunning. Ugh, love this. I hope that this is still readily available. I remember when I got it, it was at Target, but sometimes it's hard to find No7 products. All right, next up is blush. And this is a blush I think I tried late last year or earlier this year. And I try a lot of blushes, and when I try them, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a nice blush. It's not until months later, when it's the only blush I've been reaching for, that I realized just how much I love it. And that's the case with this one. This is the ColourPop Love Story Pressed Powder Blush. It comes with a little mirror, which I use all the time when I'm filming. I don't know if you guys have noticed. It's this gorgeous peachy color, which is totally my vibe when it comes to blush, but it also has a golden shimmer running through it, which is just so flattering for the summer, and I feel like it really complements this bronzer. And it's not too glowy to where you feel like it's highlighting pores and texture, because it's just got a really subtle sheen to it. Kind of reminds me of the Milani Luminoso in that little bit of sheen and the warm tone shade. And I think it's going to be my go-to blush for the summer. So beautiful. Speaking of go-to for the summer, this is a product I cannot stop using, and again, like everything in this video, not enough people are talking about it. Every time I show this on Instagram, I get so many questions about it because I don't think a lot of people know that it exists. And it is the Revlon Skin Lights Face Glow Illuminator. A lot of people talk about the powder version of this, the Skin Lights powder, which is another beautiful product. But this liquid illuminator is stunning, and I use this almost daily. It's just perfect for every day. I put a little bit on the back of my hand, and I'm just taking my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm just going to apply this to the tops of the cheeks. The thing about this highlighter, which is amazing, is that it is a liquid, but you can apply it over top of powder with no issue. So even if you have oily skin and you think, oh, I can't use liquid highlights because I have to wear powder and I highlight after I powder, that's not the case with this one. This provides a really natural sheen. You can build this up as much as you want. You can make it really intense, or you can just sheer it out and make it look like you're just glowing from the sunlight. This is also the type of product that you could mix in if you want like a really glowy look. You could mix this in with your moisturizer. You could mix this in with your foundation and just use it as a mixing agent for whatever product that you want to add some glow to. All right, next up for brows, I really love this XXFine brow. This is by Makeup Revolution. This is the shade Soft Brown. The tone of this is just absolutely perfect. Recently came out with another brow product, and I think they have the shade Cool Brown or Soft Brown, and it was just so warm tone, but this shade is absolutely perfect. But it does have just a tiny bit of warmth to it, so it can kind of go either way. Depending on the brow color you have, this will shift to complement your brows. It's so fast, so easy to do my brows with this, and this spoolie is everything. I mean, there's not much to say about it other than it's a great brow product and the perfect color. All right, next up for eyeshadow, we have this Flower Beauty Petal Play Shadow Quad. You guys, these Flower Beauty quads are under the radar and they are so good. They have a tiny bit of fallout, but that doesn't really bother me as long as the shade performs well and I don't experience it on my eye. If there's fallout with these in the pan, it can be a little bit messy, but it doesn't bother me at all. Especially when the pigment is so good on these. These kind of remind me of the Charlotte Tilbury quads, especially with the shimmer shades that you get with these. Let me just show you with my finger. I'm gonna apply this kind of neutral champagne-y color all over. Look at that. Just look at that. I mean, come on. And it feels like butter in the pan. I know Flower Beauty can be kind of hard to get a hold of in store, so it's really hard to know what you can trust and what to buy because you can't really see it most of the time. It's carried in my CVS, but I've heard a lot of people don't have it in their CVS or can only buy it online. It's sold at Ulta. So here is your visual and your close-up of how amazing this eyeshadow is. And I'm just obsessed. And what I love to pair it with, because I like it for more of a summery look, is their Flower Beauty Forever Wear Eyelighter. What I learned about this eyeliner the hard way is you want to apply it before you do your mascara. I was applying it after my mascara and it would do what it's doing right now and get a little bit on my lashes at the root and cover up the mascara I had just put down. So I definitely recommend applying these brightening waterline products before you go in with your mascara, so you can keep that depth in the mascara. And then for a little bit of a smoky effect, I'm gonna apply this Burts Bees Nourishing Eyeliner. This stuff is so creamy. I love it. And this color brown is like a gray brown, and you can literally just be super messy and draw it on, and it goes on like butter, and it just stays on. I'm gonna apply some right below where I did that highlighter, just to make sure that there's a contrast. All right, in keeping with the Flower Beauty theme for mascara, I stopped myself from using the CoverGirl Clean Mascara because you guys already know I think that's super underrated and how much I love it. I just feel like I've talked about it 100 times. So for mascara, I'm gonna be using the Flower Beauty Warrior Princess. This is another mascara that flies under the radar for a lot of people, and it is incredible. Super volumizing, lengthening, and I never have problems with this clumping up on me. So if you like the wand style, like this super volumizing type of wand, but you feel like Lash Paradise is a little bit too clumpy for your taste, try this mascara. It's very similar to Lash Paradise in the effect that it gives, but it's a little bit of a thinner consistency, so it's not as clump prone. And then I'm just gonna be careful on my lower lash line to not go too close to that highlighter so I can keep the brightness, but to make sure that I get close enough to where my root of my lashes don't look white anymore. All right, last but not least is lipstick, and this is, I think, relatively new, so maybe that's why I haven't heard anyone talking about it, but these Nude Intense lipsticks by L'Oreal are gorgeous. They're like rose gold packaging, and then the actual lipstick has this really pretty design, so if you're just like a lipstick collector, you need this in your life because of how beautiful it is. But the formula is, again, perfect for summer. So let me just show you this color. This is the shade New Confident. And it's the perfect pinky nude. Not too pink, not too nude, and I love it. I love this formula because it's so moisturizing. It feels like a lip balm. So it's something I can throw in my diaper bag, put on without a mirror, and not feel like I'm committing to this strong, bold lipstick look, because it's a little bit more on the sheer side compared to a regular lipstick, a traditional lipstick. But it's super flattering because of the moisture that it gives. It's like a cross between a lipstick and a gloss, similar to like the Revlon super lustrous lipsticks. The thing that I love most about this is the shade. It's really hard for me to find a nude pink that doesn't look too pink or too nude on my skin tone. So if you have an olivey skin tone and you have the same issue, the shade New Confident, thank me later. It's amazing. And that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe saw a few new products that you hadn't seen or heard of before that you're interested in trying. So if you enjoy this type of video and you want this to be a regular thing, then give this a thumbs up. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see down in the comments below as I plan out now until I have my baby. I'm trying to get as much planned as possible, so let me know and I will definitely add it to the list. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.